Good everybody. Roger here, trading support. Just for the session for the non-farm payroll release in half an hour's time or so. Yeah, okay. It starts at 2 with those guys in now. It's quite simple. I'll explain the mechanics of it just now, starting at 2. But you can unmute if you want to interact verbally, or you can, as in case put on there, you can use the chat line, okay, if you so require. Simple as that. Give it a couple more minutes. Hi, Rika.
Hi, Roger.
Hello, young lady. Don't say hello or hi, old man. I will not.
I was gonna.
You say hi, young man, and then we're all going to be happy for Easter.
Hi, young man.
Okay, start. Right. Okay, I just let a couple people in. Okay, we'll have to get interrupters, guys, coming in. Right, where are we? Yeah. Now, because it's a Good Friday, the reason is, put me off a bit this. Let these guys in. Might have to wait a couple more minutes. I can't get going. I've got to take this down admit all. That's a Zoom thing, which I didn't at the beginning of the boots. That's fair enough. Okay, so someone's coming in now. Okay, now the reason why it's on a Good Friday, because normally it's the first Friday of the month, but because the 31st of last month was a Friday, it means it's now clearly the 7th. If they pushed it forward, they sometimes do push it forward a week to the 14th. I think it's going to be too late in the month. That's why I'm Good Friday. The problem with that is it's very thin trading. As you can see, the tiny movements are there. So the market is open, it's very thin. Call it skeleton stuff. And there's not enormous amount of liquidity out there. There's a lot of guys on holiday, you get the idea. So we can still do it. I'm saying whether we do it or not. I think that's why we're going to have this session here. But at the same time, this is getting in the way now. So at the same time, we can do, I'll show the mechanics, we can do it. But when the figure is released at 2:30, it's neither, I'm going to have to mute you guys, sorry, because I can't think if get interruptions like that, with all the admit does put me off. Okay, right, so if you don't understand what I'm saying, please tell me. Right, yeah, where was I? Now, yeah, okay, so we can still do it. What I'm trying to say is we're going to put what's called a straddle trade in. We're going to put a buy stop above the market and a sell stop below the market. It's not a normal trade. It's not buying or selling. We don't know. Nobody knows how the market's going to react when we reach that figures. So we're going to put a buy stop above and a sell stop below. If it goes up, the buy stop will be triggered. If it goes down, the sell stop will be triggered. However, after release, if the market doesn't really react, just close them both. In other words, if neither positions get filled, close them both. If one gets filled, you close the other one. So in other words, you don't put a stop loss or a TP in. Don't worry about that. All you can do is going to put an entry price of a buy stop. I'm sure to do it in a minute, and a sell stop also an entry price. You have to know what volume is going to. That's entirely up to you. But I'm suggesting you work on the basis of something like 90 Rand per micro. So if you want to risk 180, you do 2 micros, 273 micros. If you want to do 900 risk, you put clearly 1 million or 10 micros. Okay, so the volume is entirely up to you. Anybody trading is responsible to know how to operate the platform and know what about their money. Everyone's got a different balance, what they're prepared to risk, and they must know, therefore, what the volumes are. You always have a risk calculator on normal trades. You have that. The chat will give that to you. Go to technical support and you can download it onto your laptop. And then you can put in the stop loss TP and it will give you per micro, 0.01's a micro, which in rands or dollars, whichever account you got per micro. And therefore, you can work out your volumes commensurate with your risk management which you have. Okay. That has all got to be known. If you can't do that, you can't trade. It's like going to shop without budgeting. That is vital. So you've got to know what volumes are. You can't ask me because everyone's got different amounts. I don't know what amounts you got. You can't say, well, what do I put in? I don't know. It depends what money you've got. So it's 90 Rand a micro, what you're prepared to risk. Okay, it's not a buy or a sell trade. It's a straddle trade. So you don't put an SL and TP. If the buy gets triggered, then you can put your SL in or TP or whatever, or you can just get out. If it's a nice profit, or depends where it's moving, or it depends on the market. But don't forget, you close the opposite one that was not filled. So your buy stop is filled, then you close immediately your sell stop, and then you monitor it. And if you've got time, it's not too quick, then you can put the stop loss in. Or if it's going quickly, it's coming off quickly, you might just want to close it. That is your decision. Okay. Now, as I say, we're here to help and advise, but we're not here to do it for you. So you've got to basically know what you're prepared to risk and keep an eye on it. And basically just use a bit of common sense. Not that complicated. Just needs a bit of just basically common sense. Yeah, like I say, which is not a degree in bloody surgery. So that's fair enough. Okay. Now, as I say, we don't know how the market's going to react. So we're going to do what's called a straddle trade. It's called buy stop, sell stop. So I'm showing you what to do. Don't put it in now. Because it's so thinly traded, you can probably put in around about 20 past or just after. But for goodness sake, have the full order in by the release of figures. If you haven't got the full order in by then, cancel it all. You don't want half an order in. If you don't still understand what I'm talking about, well, don't do it. I suppose the best way I can put it. Okay. So I'm going to go through it a couple of times now. Right. Okay. What you do is I'm using the euro dollar. That's what I'm suggesting you use, the euro dollar. So clearly you get the euro dollar on your screen like I've got at the moment, and you double click on the euro dollar and you get this particular order coming up. There's execution, ignore it. In this case, you're going to go to a pending order. Right. Now, it depends what volumes you want to put in, 90 Rand a micro. I'm going to put a little bit, you can put a bit bigger because it's a very thinly traded day. If it was a more heavily traded day, and I was not on Good Friday, I'll probably go in a bit bigger than I'm going to do at the moment. So I'm just going to put in 0.1 in this one. That's 10 micros. So my risk is therefore 900 rand if it doesn't come off. Okay. If you 90, you get the idea. 90 per micro, I'm putting in 10 micros. Okay. Right now, what price? I'm going to put 10 pips above and 10 pips below. That 7 is a point. Ignore it. It's 10 pips above these figures here. That's the buy and that's the sell. So 10 pips above this guy, 10 pips below that. We'll start off with the buy stop. So I'm going to put in 1.0927. Don't worry about the last decimal place. Okay. Put that in the price. 1.0927. Always, if you come to a training on a Zoom or a class of any sort, don't forget to keep the paper handy and the pen and, keep a couple of notes. Okay. Right. So there it is. Why isn't it coming up? Pending order, buy limit. So the wrong one. No wonder. Buy stop. So you put buy stop in here. Sorry, all this noise in the background's put me off with the clicking and the admits. Where are you? Buy stop, pending order. Put in your volume, which is commensurate with your risk management. Maybe a little bit smaller on this one because I don't know how it's going to react on Good Friday because of lack of liquidity, like I mentioned. Okay, so I'm putting it above. So I'm now going to place that order there. Bang. Okay, now that's placed. It should come up and show me on the grid here. No, why hasn't it come up? It should show me on the grid there. Should have a buy stop up there. But anyway, it's placed above there, 10 pips above. Okay, so I've got a buy stop at 1.0927. Then I go in, I'll just check quickly, it should be in there. Yeah, it's placed down there. That's fine. Okay, so get this out of the way. So that's fine. And now I'm going to put another one in. This is a sell stop. They all can arrive just before. They won't have time to learn the straddle trade. Right, this time we're going to put a sell stop in. Pending order, sell stop. Got that? And it's going to be 10 pips below this figure here. That's the sell, that's the bid. So it's going to be 1.0905. Is that correct? Yeah, 1.0905. Then I place the order. Okay, now I leave it. If either order is triggered, I close the other one. So if the buy stop is triggered, goes up in other words, then I will immediately, before I do anything else, is close the sell stop. How do you do it? It's quite simple. I'll show you what to do now. Okay, what you do then is, if the buy stop is triggered, all you do is you double click on there, and then you wrong there, and delete it. See that? Double click and delete it. If the other one comes in, you double click and delete it, let the other one run. So you delete it. Okay, you got me on that. It's out of the way. Got me on that. So you just delete it. Right. Now, okay. Any questions on that? Euro dollar. Like I've got on the screen now. The euro dollar, because that's why I've got the euro dollar on the screen. It's the euro dollar. Oh, you're lagging network. Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay. So I'm going to do it once again. Right. We're going to do a straddle trade. No stop loss for TP. Why not? Because you've got a buy order, pending order, and a sell pending order. So one cancels the other as a stop. You don't have to worry about that. So we don't know what the difference is. It might not be any difference. We have no idea. No point to the way you think. It's irrelevant, I think, because you could act on that piece of advice. It could be incorrect. So we only know when the market opens after when the data is released at 2:30, what the market reaction will be. It's expecting 239,000 jobs will be added. So depending how it reacts, if it's above or below that. If it's the same, we'll probably get a bit of a jumping around. We don't know. We'll have a look. So what you do is you're going to put 2 orders in, and you put 10 pips above. Okay, so you put in double click, go in, you put the volume which you're comfortable with. That's your choice, and it's what? It's 16 there. So you put wrong one. Sorry, got to put a pending order. Oh, come on, time. Don't have to keep doing this. Anyway, then you buy stop. Yeah, sorry, here we are. Buy stop. And then you put in 10 pips, your price above the market. No stop loss, that's all you do. What's the price? 15. So you put in 1.0915. And then that's the buy stop. And that's the sell stop. Sorry, all these admittances put me off all the time. Okay, the wrong way around. Sorry, it's going to be that'll be a sell stop because it's below the market. So it's 1.09. Sorry, wrong one there. We'll start off with a buy stop anyway. Let's do it properly. Okay, buy stop is 10 pips above that, so it will be 1.0926, correct? Ignore the point, we're after pips. 1.0926. I'm not doing it again, clearly. So then you just click place the order. The next thing you do is you double click. Double click, and then you go to pending orders, and this will be a sell stop. And that will be 10 pips below this one, clearly 1.0904. Okay, and then you press place and you got those two orders. Right, don't do it now, give it a couple more minutes because the market obviously going to sit still if it moves. I'm going to leave mine for the moment. If it starts coming off, I might have to cancel and do it again. Bit risky. I think I'm going to cancel them just in case they get triggered. You do not want to get either your buy stop is not stop triggered before the market opens, before they release the data. Going to close them quickly. And then I double click on here, and I'll delete that one as well. So I've just deleted the two. I'll put them in just now. Has everyone got the idea on that? Everyone got the idea? Any questions? No stop loss. It's not a buy. It's not a sell. All you do is you put the buy stop in 10 pips above the buy price and the sell stop a separate order 10 pips below. Now, when the figure's released, if after the first few seconds not much is happening, you close them both, wrap your laptop up, and then wait till Tuesday. If one is triggered, you close the opposite unfilled order, and then you watch it. If it's going up in the direction you want it to go, then you can take your time and put a stop loss in. I'm suggesting what the stop loss you can put in to let it run. Let's have a if it's the sell order kicks in, you can put a stop loss. Write this down: 1.0981. If the other one comes in, then you can put a stop loss in at, let's say, I'll put it below that. Make it 1.0856. There you are. Once one of them is filled. Have we got that? If neither are filled on opening, give it a few seconds. It's not happening. Close them both. If one is filled after a few seconds, close the other one and then put a stop loss to the TP in. I can probably give you more updated figures if that happens. We shall check it out. But it can move quick. It might be a little bit slow today because of a thinner market. I don't know. But you've got to be on it. You've got to be on it. Okay. Hope you're all clear on that. Very important. Good stuff. See, the trouble is the guys don't know how to do this and they come in late. They might find they haven't got time to understand it and then place the order. That's the trouble. That's one of those things. No problem. It happens. Okay, good enough. Yeah. So we've all got that. The buy stop, the sell stop. That's all. And then once triggered, you close the other one, delete the other one, and then you can follow it up. It's moving very quick. You just watch it, and if you want to take your profit, you close it, or you can just put a stop loss in. If it's gone up, let's say 40, 50 pips, you might well put your stop loss in the entry. And if you put your stop loss in entry, letting it protected, and then follow it up, and you can take it or whatever you want to do after that. All got it. Good. It's vital. You can think a little. It could be quick. If it's normal Good Friday, if it's a non-holiday, normal trading day, and there's a big disparity between the factual, the actual figure, and the expected, you can get some big movements. So you got to be on it. So you got to think in your feet. Basically, it's a bit of common sense. Okay, good stuff. Any questions, guys? Like I think it was Wandili there asked the question and it was answered. Don't ask. I don't ask. Like we often get guys who don't ask and they don't do it right. Well, kind of, that's what an interaction is about. Good, thanks, Ken. Thanks, Ken. By the way, good to have you here, mate. Just keep a reminder on it. Get carried away with all admitting. After, I tell you what, I'm thinking maybe in a few minutes' time, I'm not going to admit because I can't explain it and then get the guys to put the order in. It's not going to work. That's why we have it at 2 and not 2:25, so we can explain the actual straddle trade. The first time through it, sometimes you have a couple of times to go through it. It's slightly outside the box. I must admit, Ken, that is also true. Well, I've got a backup, so lucky me. But I still think, guys, you should get yourself a router. I've got a backup router here. So I just click that thing on and I'm sort of covered. Might take a couple of minutes to shift over, but at least I've got a backup. Very important. Yeah, it's one thing you see. If you want to be a driver, you've got to have a car. If you don't have a car working, you can't be a driver. Fortunately, you need internet. Without the internet, it's stymied. Stop with the NAS, it may or may not, and the spread is 10, 12 pips. This is about a pip, so rather do the euro dollar. You see what I mean? You can't put in 10 away because that becomes your spread. If you're doing the NAS, you've got to have about a 20, 25 pip stop above and below, and it might not react as quick, so rather do the euro dollar. So there's a lot of guys coming in now, and it's going to be pressing order. Give it a couple more minutes, okay? Maybe just remind me if we forget 25. Start putting your orders in 10 above what the figure is. Probably can do a little bit earlier because the volumes are so thin today. It's not much movement at the moment, but we might get it later on. I'm not sure. I've never done this on a Good Friday in my life. It's always fallen a day outside that, so I'm not sure how liquidity is going to affect the movement. Well, same thing, clearly, MK. I mean, if you're going short, you put a stop loss above. If you're going long, put below. But if you get a decent movement on opening, you might, if it goes up about 30, 40 pips, you might just put your stop loss at entry and have done. So at least you're protected. I'm suggesting 70 pips above or below. I don't know which way it's going to go, but if it's going decently in your direction, I'm not 10 pips, I'm talking about maybe 30, 40 upwards. Get your stop loss at entry and then you can relax. Because if it goes wrong, you might get a whiplash. Anything bloody will happen. You know what the market's like. Last thing you want to do is caught in a whiplash, so you're protected, whatever. All about equity management in this business. And the first time I've ever done it on a Good Friday or anything like that. It's been in a normal time. So I don't know what the reaction's going to be with that on top of it. We all hope so. We all hope it's going to be a big move and take advantage of it. Pay for your supper tonight, that will. Give it a couple more minutes before you place the order. I need to do it myself, actually. You should see what I'm doing then as well. Hope you're all on it. If you're not, ask, and you're still not sure, watch how it's done, and then you can do it on Wednesday. If you've got a CPI coming out, we'll do the same aspect. But don't go if you don't know what you're doing, because, well, clearly it could come back and bite. If you're doing well, I think maybe a good investor might be as a backup router. Last thing you want to do is you can't trade because you've got load shedding, and you might be in some positions you can't monitor. Yeah, we're going to wait a couple of minutes. Yeah, Labuana. Just a couple of minutes because remember the market's very quiet. It's not sitting still. So we'll put in a couple of minutes. The last thing you want to do is the buy or sell stock getting filled with little market movements just before it comes out. You do not want to be filled until the release of data. If you're not filled, let's give it a few seconds after. delete them both. You can watch them on the screen anyway. If you're having problems with internet, getting disconnected, then rather leave it, because you've got to be on this. If your internet is worried about it, don't do it. The last thing you want is internet to kick out just as you're trying to either close it or something. Pistos, I can't help you with that. It's your account manager. And this is, we're just about to place orders on non-farms. If you can't get your account going, this is not the place. You need the account manager. It's on the portal. Give the guy a call, and then they sort it out for you, or tech support. Okay, but this is, it's not time to sort out accounts now. 5 or 6 minutes, we're going to be doing a trade. There could be a movement on it. Don't worry if you miss it. We have another one on Wednesday. It's the CPI and the US CPI. Plenty of trades to come. No panic on it. We'll be doing this on a monthly basis anyway, so catch you next time. Don't forget Wednesday, and don't forget the trading room. If you want to learn how to trade, you need to attend the trading room. On YouTube, there's social media, social media on the portal. They're recorded there. It's better if you can join it, so you can get it off from work, or I don't know how you do it. But yeah, because interact, because then you'll start learning the practical aspects of trading. So the trading room is very important. This is the same idea as we've got here. Monday to Thursday, 9:30 to 11, 4 to 5:30, and then on Friday morning only, no Friday afternoon. Except we got this sort of thing coming up. No, Christos, you'll get a signal, whether it's a buy or sell, depending on whether we think we're going to go short or long. The signal will tell you, sell short something and give you the figures, or buy long and give you the figures. And you need to do bit of stuff first, Pistos. You need to know a little bit. You can't start trading if you know nothing at all, because it's a bit. You'll learn. You can't get in a car and drive. You have to obviously know a little bit about it first. Okay, coming up. I think you can place it now. I'm going to place it now, so give you time. You're not rushing it. It's a very quiet movement, so I'm going to place it now. Show what I'm doing here. It's going to be a buy stop. Don't forget. Start off with a buy stop. Price, I'm going to put it above it to 1.0926. Correct? Yes, place it. And then I'm going to go and do a sell stop. $1.09. Remember, it's the left figure, not the right figure. 10 pips for that, make it 1.0904, make it 04. It's moving around a bit, that'll do. 1.0904, that's correct, that'll do. So I've got them placed. Yeah, there, I don't know why it didn't come up last time. There we are. So another quick way to do it is you can go right click on the line itself and delete it there, it's even quicker. Or a right click there and delete it, whichever is not filled, don't forget that. I'm going to put on the 15-minute chart. You can see what's going on. That's probably what I can see. That's the reason why, because it's that far away. Okay, now we know. It's there, but it's on the 50-minute chart. So place your orders now, and then you should see them. If you can't see them, you right click on the chart and you go to your trade levels and click on that. Okay, and you should see them there. I don't know why. I presume everyone else can hear me. So I don't think it's my side, it must be your side of the net. Just wait it out, just make sure neither are filled. Yeah, I put it, if it's moving around, you put it in now. I put mine in. You can put 10 pips above and 10 pips below. Yeah, that's your choice. I'm going to stick with the one. I'm going to stick with the 4. But if it gets close, I might move it down. Give it a couple of minutes. Thanks, Fiona. Very clearly, that's the issue. Just keep it handy in case I have to delete it before opening. If it gets there, I'm going to have to delete it. Well, I'll just move it down. Maybe you can hold hold left click and drag it down. You know what I mean? You can drag this thing down if you're out of the way. Make sure you're not filled. Okay. Anybody joining now, I certainly cannot give you the mechanics of the trade and then show you how to place the trade in the next couple of minutes if you don't have time. So if you're joining a little bit late, you just have to miss this one. Catch me on Wednesday for CPI, same time. And then next time we do it after that. Got a good turnout today. I thought Good Friday it might not be. No, it's okay. It's popped up a little bit. It's all right. But if you're a bit worried about it, Mark, you can just drag it down. Don't have to go and open another order or whatever. Just drag it down. I wonder if I should drag this down now, make it 23. I'll drag it down to 23. I'm going to drag this. You might have a point then, drag it down a bit. Set, make it to. Okay, see how to do that. Good. Exciting stuff, hey guys? Well, I hope it's going to be exciting. It could be a damp squib. Economic calendar in front of me. I'll copy and paste you guys after this so you can have it for me, or Ken or March remind to post for newer guys. I'll give you my number as well for WhatsApping to contact me and trading, and don't forget trading room as well. I recognize quite a few names there. Newer guys, don't forget the trading room. That's where you learn practical aspects. It can be a lot of fun, this, I tell you, as long as it's doesn't do daft things. It's just coming up. Let's see. Get ready now. It's just coming up. There we are. See what's happening. I'll tell you what the actual is. Hasn't appeared yet, but do a refresh. Are we in? Yeah, we're in. So I'm going to cancel the other one. I go back there and I cancel this one. Right click, delete. Now I'm going to put a stop loss in. It's a bit quiet now. It came out at 236. It's only 3K less than expected. It seems to have a little bit. So you can put a stop loss in if you want. You go to euro dollar. And you can put that's the wrong one, sorry, stop loss. Where's my euro dollar? Here we are. See what happened? I put it just above the market now. I'm going to put it mine at what's the price now? I'm going to put 1.09. What should I make it? Make it 60 pips above this. 60 pips above. I'm not worried about the TP at the moment. And just put that in. So at least I got a stop loss in there. Okay, so put your stop loss. You can see there 1.0960. See what happens. It's not much difference. The market doesn't know what to make of it. As I said before, one of the problems is if you get a situation where, what to say, it's pretty close to the expected market to be, doesn't want to make it. What we want basically is a big disparity between the two, a big difference between the two. So that was in a profit. Now it's jumped. See, that was a nice profit. About 600-700 blue. Now look at it. That's $1.80. But it might come right. We'll see. Okay, I'm just doing some copy and pasting at the moment for you. The euro. This is the economic calendar. I'm just going to copy and paste it. Keep an eye on it. Save it, because you need to know the times each day of any important fundamentals that might come out. I'll put my name in as well. I'm on trading support, remember? Stock Market College. Let's get this because I don't want to do it. Don't forget WhatsApp. Don't call me, just WhatsApp me. 06 529 3431. There we are. There's a couple of caveats there. Only if you're on a live account. I don't deal with demo accounts. I don't advise a demo clearly, and preferably decent amount. But if you have a minimum of 500 Rand, if you've got more than 2.5 grand, I can update you to my VIP group where you get more signals and you get daily economic updates. And yeah, so there it is. There's the number. And remember, I'm not with Stock Market College, it's a separate company. With Stock Market College, you contact them. Anything to do with open accounts or anything like that, or any problems like that, you contact your account manager. Into technicals problems, you can go to tech support in the live chat. I'm purely there for advising and trading, assisting on trading. Yeah. So I'm licensed with the FSCA to do just that. Yeah, the bloody positive. This is a positive trade down. Now it's having a bit of a problem now. The dollar obviously is going up. I shorted it. That was a pain in the ass. That maybe might come right. Got the stops in effect. And that was doing brilliantly because I had a bigger position for that. It was doing beautifully. But I'm still letting it go. Okay, just let that run. It's a bit quieter. I don't know how on a Good Friday how it would react, but obviously a lot quieter than normal. And that's, remember, the figure's only 3K difference. 236 compared to 239. So it's the bigger difference, you have a bigger movement. I've seen some very big moves, a big difference. So we should all have the economic calendar. I'll give you a dollar index as well. Just give me a second. I'll just copy and paste that for you. Okay. Okay, where to start? It's too close to put in entry, so I put mine up there. Okay, I can't see it on there. I'll put go the one out. I'll put it to 1.0960. Might bring it down a bit actually. What's that say there? You can bring it down to 1.0938 there, a bit closer. Well, I don't know why that is. Why it wasn't filled, it should have been. I take it gold close the buy. You need to close that one. The one that was not filled, close it. Don't let it sit there. Why it wasn't filled, I'll be honest, I don't know. It should have been. Probably put some funny figures in there. That's usually what happens. Figures were placed incorrectly. If you're not in, make sure you're not in. Make sure you haven't got any placed orders going funny places. Just just close them if you find place orders in funny areas. Well, it's quite simple. All you do is on your laptop. I don't know about phones, different story. Well, it is but more complicated. But just go there, see what it says stop loss, bracket, and you double click on that, and you modify your stop loss. And you put in the figure there, wherever it is, and you click that button there, and your stop is modified. Or you can drag it down, like I said, which I do. You close it. Okay, Wandili, well done. Might do the same myself, just give me a bit of a bounce there. Might do that myself, actually. Still going down, let's go to the 15-minute marks. Tell you what I'm going to do. I've changed my mind, guys. Just take the sweat out. Don't close it. Just bring your stop loss down. There, to cover your costs. Now you put yourself a better position there. So that's your cover. You covered yourself there. So I put your stop down there, and I've got it there, and then you cover. So it does bounce up. You haven't lost it. It keeps on going. Let it run. What a pleasure. You can continue to modify. Okay. All good? Any questions? You see, it's more relaxing now because I'm comfortable. I'm not going to lose on it because it stops me out. Well, so what? If it goes on down, even better. So any questions? A bit more relaxed this time, but there's a lot going on. You've got to be on it, you know. It's a bit quieter this time because of Good Friday. Cheers now, Lebo. Hope you all got that. All good. Thanks, Ricky. So it's not that complicated, is it? See you in future. We're doing it again, CPI, 2 o'clock on Wednesday next week. What figure is this? Can't see the figure. What figure is this? If it's a nice one, ooh. You're talking up here, just click on this button here. There you are, one on the right. Oh, fantastic. Good stuff. Thanks, Luana. Yeah, guy says I can't see the figure. I don't know what figure you're talking about, actually. So you need to be a little bit more, get a bit more data on that. Don't forget, join me in the trading room. With practical stuff, we intermingle, and that's where you start learning the practical aspects, go to economic calendars and all the rest of it. Stop loss. Oh yeah, I moved it down. I've moved my stop loss down just below entry, so I'm covered. I'll put my stop loss. I'll tell you what I put in. I don't know what I put in. I'll tell you now. Where is it now? Euro dollar. I've got it 1.0899. You probably put it round about there. 1.0899. Now that should cover you. Can't put it at 1.08. That's impossible. Can't put a 1.08 in mark. Oh, TP. Sorry. I'm thinking of it now. Actually, might try. Should I put a TP in? It might be probably better. That might be an idea. Good idea. I like it. I'll do that. Last thing I want to do is go down there and then pop up again on Tuesday. That won't much fun, will it? Good idea. There we are. So we've all got, you might get knocked out just now, but you won't make a loss. So in theory, if you've done this properly and you've done the stop loss modification, like I mentioned, you won't be losing. Anyone loses has done something wrong. The figures were wrong. I don't know what they did, but they did something wrong because you should now be losing if you've done what I've done up there. That's correct. Well, they expected 239 and it was less than expected by 3K. That's correct. Not much difference. That's why it's not been a major reaction. If that had been, let's say, 150 instead of 239, then you'd see I'd be stopped out the dollar yen, and that thing would be fine. Oh, right. Well, I do charts. I did tell you about my charts. They're very, very steep, I might add. Oh, don't tell me. The check's in the post. Oh, all right then. Okay, that's fantastic. Good. So again, nobody should have lost on this. If you've lost, you've done something wrong, as you can clearly see. You see the way I've done it. So even if that disappears and I don't make anything of it, I'm covered. Whatever happens, so I can relax and let it run. I'm protected as a zero profit or a decent profit that hits the TP or whatever going into Tuesday. Okay. Any questions, guys? You all got my WhatsApp number. Those can make use of it. You know about the trading room where you practical trading. If you, you'll know about that. And if you're not sure, well, it's the same Zoom as here. If you want the time, well, go to Trading Experience on the portal. The portal is a quick trade portal is to aid you. Account managers there, where we on the YouTube there's where we put recordings for you. platform trading screens, Zoom meetings are all there. Deposit withdrawal, it's all there. The live chat, it's all there. Go and get the portal running and then save it so it's handy to you if you want to refer there. The account manager is not qualified to give trading signals, so they can help with everything else. When it comes to trading signals or trading advice, it's got to come to the loudmouth Tom, as in one, me. Not sure if that's a smile or not, Antonbi. I hope you came good on that. Thank you, Antony. Okay, guys, I hope you did okay on that. Some close it, take the profit, might be wise. I don't seem to be doing much at the moment. Might even stop me out, but so be it. As long as you got the idea. So, as I say, the last few minutes we go before we enjoy the rest of the Friday. Thanks, Brian. Any questions? Any doubts of, like Bandili or MK or anything like that wants to ask a question? That's how they learn. Anybody not sure? And if they did something wrong, they can discuss it and find out what they went wrong, where they went wrong. So have it ironed out for Wednesday, because Wednesday should be more liquidity because all the markets will be open. Not a good Friday, clearly. And if we get a big discrepancy in the CPI, you might see this thing jump big time. And then it's like free money if you get it right. Thank you, Labuana. Thank you for support there. And it's not complicated. It's explained to you. You think, well, hang on, why didn't I know that before? It's not complicated. And you might say, all right, if you've been doing it for a while, okay, fair enough. But if you haven't been doing it for a while, it's not that complicated. Hey, Mika, it's not that complicated, is it? No, there you are there. Okay, Ryan, great stuff. Don't forget trading room, guys. Don't forget. I'm not trying to sell it to you, it's for free, but it just means it's heartbreaking to see people make unnecessary mistakes. We can't predict the markets, that's what it does. But other things, little mistakes and iron out and, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, another one, why have you got you here? A lot of people don't know how to close part position. Just 1 second. Hi, Jock. Oh, good. Yeah, just a few more minutes. I'm just going to explain a couple of things to them, but otherwise it's all good. We had a decent turnout. No issues, all good, yeah. Good. I think it was a grade 2 now. We were about 94, 95. I can't remember, something like that. So it's a pretty good turnout for Good Friday, yeah. Thanks, Ed. Bye. Okay, not everyone knows how to close part position. Okay, now I've got 0.2 there. If you've got 0.01, well, that's the minimum, so you can't. But anything above that. So I decide, let's say this is doing well. The prime one's doing quite well. Okay, this is doing quite well. 795, not doing bad. Not a very big position, to be honest. I should have really gone in a bit more, actually, but never mind. But anyway, the point is, I want to close part position. Let's say I want to bank 2 pips. Okay, not 2 pips, sorry, 2 micros. You see the volume there? You double click. Got it? And depends what you want to close. Okay, let's say I want to close a 0.02. I put 0.02 in, and then I click on the close button. And then what will happen then? This clearly will change to, where is it? This one will change to 0.03, and the 2 will be banked. Have you all got that? Do you want me to do it again? Yeah, if you get a decent discrepancy, Ken, it's seriously easy money. If you get a big difference, close the other one and bang, it goes off. And it's easy money, roll a few times, yeah. Okay, have you all got that? Do it again, great. Okay, now I'll use the Japanese yen, for instance. I'm not going to close any, but I'm pretending I'm going to close. I've got 0.2, which is the same as 2 minis or 20 micros. 0.01 is a micro, and 0.2 is 20 times that. So I'm not going to close all 20, I want to close part of it. So what I want to close, let's say I want to close 1 mini. I'll put in there 0.1. So I'll do it all over again to make sure you got that correct. You don't go on the stop loss. That's for modifying the TP and stop loss. Anywhere else but just make it easy for you. See what it says volume. The 1, highlight it there, you can see it in blue. Double click. This box comes up. And what do I want to close? Pretend I want to close 0.1, half my position, half my volume trade, okay? Then I just click on the button then that will change to 0.1. This will change down to, well, it's a minus, so I'm going to do that. But let's say it's 1,500 in profit. That will change to 750. 750 is banked, and I have 0.1 there. Do it again with pleasure if you like. It's very important. Not a lot of people should know you can close part position. Anybody not know that? I'll do it again with pleasure if you want. If you don't, and you don't know, and you don't say, I won't know. So everyone got that now? Anyone not got it? Good stuff, Jacko. Anyone not got that? If not, I'll do it again with pleasure. We've got a few more minutes. No problem. This is more important. You've all got it. Okay, right. Fantastic. Anything else you'd like to know before we close off? It's a bit quieter than normal because being a Good Friday, it can be very action-packed. So be ready to rock and roll for CPR Wednesday. We might get some serious profitable action there. Be excited. Be very excited. Okay, Sunday. I'll pick another one this time. Partly closed CHFJPY. I highlight it by left clicking. That's highlighted. Okay. See where it says volume? The volume I double click on. Double click. Up it comes. What part do I want to close? If you've got 0.01 there, that's the minimum. Nothing much you can do about that. So not the stop loss. This is part closing. Right? I'm going to close. I'm not, but I'm pretend I am. 0.03. Just there we are. I want to close 0.03. I click on the close button, and that will then mean I'll bank 3 micros, left me with 2 micros, and that figure will obviously change because most of that will be banked. Hit the stop loss. Okay, we're out. At least we didn't lose. Hey, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. At least you didn't lose. Some already closed it and took a profit. It's up to you. But the bottom line is you protect yourself. So either you didn't lose a thing or you've made some easy money, depending on the situation. Okay. I personally think I'd like to go up because I'm obviously long the dollar. I'm sorry, I'm selling the dollar on that one. And I want the dollar to weaken a little bit. So my Japanese yen goes to the profit, which it was in before 2:30. But I didn't lose on the euro dollar. That's the whole point we're trying to make. Have you all got the concept now? Okay, we've all got it. You all know how to close part position as well. If you want to close the lot, you just right click, close the position, or double click, and then close. Modifying, you all know how to do that. Double click stop loss and modify it to protect and reduce profits and reduce risk. Okay, guys. Well, what can I say? If there's anything else, great. If not, we'll enjoy the Friday. By the way, just to put your banking, just going to put my banking details on to send the charge. To my favorite charity, Brokers Without Luxury Yachts in the Bahamas. Please give generously. Thank you. Okay, fantastic. Catch those who can make it on Tuesday morning in the TR, as I call it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Bells. I deserve a single malt, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Wandili. And drink responsibly. How boring. How boring. Drink responsibly. On that rather silly but lighter banter note, have fun and catch who I can on Tuesday. And who can't make it, try and make it Wednesday at 2 o'clock. If there's a big difference, it will, as Ken said, be some decent money to be made and quick and fun. Okay. Catch you then. Wednesday, 2 o'clock. Don't forget. You'll be updated and training will remind you again, but there you are. You should have my number as well. And if you're pretty and lovely and nice like Mika, then please call me. Only kidding. I'm talking about obviously trainers here. Okay, Buckley, fantastic. What pending are you talking about now? You're not in the euro dollar now, you're out. And now you're worrying me, Wandili. What are you talking about? What pending? You're out. What are you talking about now, Wandili? You don't need pending orders in. One was triggered, you closed the other one, and then you took profit in the one that was filled, and now you haven't got any pending orders. Oh no, goodness, no. No one delete. The one that didn't, you see what I did immediately, the sell stop was filled, so I went and deleted, closed, got rid of cancelled my buy stop. If you got any pending orders open the euro dollar at the moment, delete them, get rid of them. Okay, brains. Oh, I don't know why it's locked. Okay, good stuff. Don't forget, delete the one that's not closed. Okay. US dollar is locked, can't take trades. I have no idea why, because it's open on everyone else. Maybe go to tech support or maybe ask your account manager to give you some. I don't know. Something like a technical problem to me. Sorry about that. I don't know why that is. It clearly worked on here. Okay, guys. Right. If hope no one's like one did got pending orders. Okay. All right, guys. Great stuff. Catch you when I catch you. If not Tuesday, then Wednesday. Or both, hopefully. Cheers. Why is that? Oh yeah, the Dow Jones, it wasn't open. Look at it. The Times 2300 last night, so only open again on Tuesday. So in that till Tuesday. Beg your pardon. Thanks, Mark. I didn't realize that because I was concentrating on obviously the euro dollar. You're quite right. It's closed. Dow Jones closed. All the shares are closed, so that you'll only get hold of it on Tuesday. Look at all these. These are not even natural gas is not closed. In gas is not. It's closed as well. That's why it's blacked out. Only a few running. Remember, it's a holiday. It's only a few running because there's a lot of non-Christian countries, Eastern countries still running it. Get it? All good. Thanks very much, guys. Catch you. Share. Okay, I'll answer your question there. Donovan and Company. We asked it originally. Yeah, it's only open on Tuesday morning, the Dow. Yeah. I'll clarify that. Okay, thanks, guys. Cheers. Good to have you there, Jonas. How's it there? Good to have you. Cheers, mate.